Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for July 2012, and this time every year the sun comes round into your opposite sign, so this isn't a time in general to be going it alone. A theme is getting the best you can out of partnerships and cooperative alliances, and whether they're fleeting ones or long-term ones, or whether it's to do with family or lovers or friends, but just at this time, you know, getting the best out of those is very much a feature. We are actually having a very strong planetary lineup in July. It's called the Grand Cross, and it's coming up in our skies. The time that it's at its peak is on the 17th of July, and the cardinal signs are going to be involved, and your sign is a cardinal sign. Also, we're going to have an opposition between Sun and Saturn, and that will be between two other cardinal signs. So this is going to have a knock-on effect for us all. It's kind of a friction, points of friction, I would say, and it's almost like two sticks rubbing together, and then they could suddenly leap into a conflagration. So. This is a time when we've all of us got to choose our words well, and got to pick our way forwards, and maybe some of us will be sitting and watching things going on across the world through our little, as we call them in British Isles, goggle boxes on the wall or on the table. So whether that goggle box is a TV or whether it's a computer. So this Grand Cross will be affecting us all. It's globally a very volatile mix, but there's going to be a new moon tucked away in there as well. That's happening on the 19th, but it's still within the sphere and the window of time, rather, and that new moon is in your opposite sign. So for you, Capricorn, there could be minor frustrations, you know, or it could be major challenges in the pipeline, but it won't be something you can't handle because you've also got some other nice things going on here. And that's going to be, as I say, around about mid-month to the 17th, you get the Grand Cross. 19th, we all get the Grand Cross on the 17th and the 19th. But also there's going to be another hard angle between Sun and Saturn. So really, if you can, try not to put pressure on yourself or allow yourself. Try to keep it simple. Try to keep things simple and don't schedule anything really important over those days, really between the 14th to around about the 18th, 19th, 20th, or the 19th maybe, because you've got the lineup on the 17th, and then between the 14th and the 17th there is the Saturn thing with the Sun. And then, of course, we've got the new moon. Now, the new moon is actually potentially very good news, because on the 19th, when the new moon comes in, you could be doing something on that day which actually sets your intention for how you would like things to be going in your close alliances, your whether they're short-term ones or long-term ones, how you'd like it to be, whether it's a professional one or in your private life. So do one thing on that day which shows, you know, make that gesture, and then that goes out and pulses out through the months to come. And then you should get more of it with any luck. So this month you could be, as I say, doing more one-to-one interaction, more negotiating. You could be really getting in a little bit more involved in a love relationship, or maybe something about a relationship touches you, and the discussions about that. It can, this vibration could boost love relationships and deepen feelings. But you could be bouncing ideas off somebody. You could be definitely a time to air what you feel. Definitely a time to keep the lines of communications open, but air what you feel appropriately, and use your timing as well, because things can build up inside. So use your timing, say what you feel is necessary to say, and don't just keep back the rest. It's nobody's business but your own. And then it should go okay. Now, practical teamwork is very favourably highlighted due to the current long transit of Venus, and you'll probably be in quite a cooperative frame of mind. You want to do stuff which is practical and helpful, but also others around you should really, there might be those around you that want to provide a service to you. Whether you see it in that way or whether you don't is for you to know. But you could very much find a balance and a harmony coordinating with others' requirements related to any kind of chore or task or work or indeed health matter. And this work or health, working environment or health environment could actually mean that friendship springs up in that environment, or is you bond with somebody in an environment like that, or indeed it's a romantic sort of relationship. So that's in a working or sort of in a health providing type environment. Or anybody actually providing a service for you, like the postman or the plumber or the electrician or whoever. It could be sort of a more sociable kind of time in those sort of areas. And you're likely to feel the support and the help in practical terms from a female energy, more likely from a female energy actually, although it might be also a male energy who's perhaps more in touch with his female side, but that's because it's Venus, and Venus tends to be more of a female energy than a male energy. But Jupiter has also gone into this area as of June the 12th, and so that means for about 11 months now Jupiter will bring new opportunities to learn and grow and improve things through this area of health, and also through the area to do with employment, work, but also work that you choose to do because you want to, which isn't necessarily paid work. Or it might be. Definitely it will give you a boost up the ladder, though, and it will help you to learn the skills that you need to make yourself or what you can do more marketable and more attractive to others. And also you might find that out of a clear blue sky over that very long transit somebody offers you a position or a role to play that you can't believe, but you simply can't turn it down. It's too good to turn down. Now, discussions and ideas may become more involved, and your thinking must prioritize or wants to be aware of the needs and requirements of others, and indefinitely you might be factoring in a financial aspect here in relationships. So whether that's in a negotiation type situation, or to do with property, or to do with possessions belonging to another, you might be taking confidential advice over that. You might be weighing things up, mulling things over. You might be sensing your way forward really rather than thinking. Because this is more like a sensing house that Mercury is in. But also you could very much be caring about, the welfare and the well-being of somebody else at this time. But emotions will be a bit nearer the surface. So just trust your gut and just avoid emotional knee-jerk reactions, which perhaps get you nowhere. And you probably are keeping the cards close to your chest, though, at this time. And anything that you share with or have a joint interest in with another will be highlighted, especially towards the end of the month, when it's likely that there could be a little bit of a surprise, maybe quite a nice surprise in the pipeline, or maybe a fresh idea as well is suggested to you or just comes to you. Now, on July the 4th, Mars leaves the house of learning through expansion in where it's been since last November, and transits to the top of your solar chart, where it's going to stay until late August. And this will be a period when you can make pivotal decisions about your general direction in life, and just basically where you want to go from here and how you want to do it. So where you're headed, really. And you may have to bite the bullet and stop putting things off, and just get on and do something, whatever that thing is, whether it is something to do with your profession, your career, or just something to do with your private life and your relationships. So you may be putting physical effort into achieving these goals and ambitions, which may be career orientated, but definitely there could be via points on the way to a happier and healthier future. Also, you might be giving thought to your general way you come across, your image, and how you present yourself. And if you're decisive and energetic, Mars will help you to do well despite his tendency to be very controversial and rather impatient and a little bit hasty. So don't get too hot under the collar, because you might cross swords with an authority figure, or with an official or a boss, or somebody in a position of so-called power, or somebody who is parental in some way. So yeah, and that wouldn't get you that may not be the best way. So just anyway, just hinting that that's a way that Mars can work here. But if you manage to keep you cool and not be too hasty, and just keep calm and get on with the master plan, you can do very well there. And now from the 22nd, a partnership or professional relationship could demand more sensitivity or commitment. By the way, I should have said that in the first 10 days of July, we are also getting a connection between Jupiter and Neptune, which may have you stressing or worrying unnecessarily about something, or imagining all sorts of terrible things. So wait until that 10 days is elapsed, and then you'll be able to see things a lot more clearly, and kind of really feel what's coming, and be more confident about what's coming. And that's it for July. If you go to my website, if you're not there already, you can find what's written up about the slow moving outer planets, although I think I've given you some idea about those in this forecast. And also you might like to find your rising sign or your moon sign, and then that'll give you some more information if you know what they are for this month. They'll be here somewhere. And I wish you well, and I'll see you the next time.